Since 1492, when Columbus first sailed into the area and saw strange lights in the sky, the list of unexplainable disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle has grown. Thousands of ships and planes have simply vanished. No warning, no distress calls, no wreckage.
We know more about the moon. We're probably learning more about Mars than we know of our own planet. We know about the Earth, but we don't know about the sea.
The boatyands of Key West hum with stories about those who were lost in the triangle. Stories of giant sea monsters, cosmic time warps, spinning compasses, and holes in the ocean that swallowed ships have echoed throughout the world. Yet the disappearances continue.
I would say there's some kind of an anomaly going on down there that we can't explain. Something that goes on down far, far below the deepest rays, the last rays of sunlight. Way down, there's something going on down there.
Navigators and shipbuilders have reported for thousands of years loss of ships, loss of compass readings, and strange objects flying out of the water.
Curiously, its counterpoint in the Atlantic, the infamous Bermuda Triangle, lies directly across the globe, along the 35-degree latitude line. Both areas are believed to contain some of the world's deepest waters, much of which remains unexplored to this day. Vladimir Volgodov moves slowly south through the Dragon's Triangle, around Japan, heading toward Okinawa. Just after midnight, suddenly and without warning, a cylindrical metallic UFO-like object is seen to rise slowly from the sea, hover, then dart away into the sky. The object's ability to hover has caused experts like Ajaja to believe that the craft was not man-made. To this day, the event remains a mystery. 8 months after this Russian event, another significant incident occurs in almost the exact same location.
These objects came from below. Normally when someone sees a UFO, it comes out of the sky like a star.
A conversation of God with the prophet Moses.
And worlds without number have I created, and I also created them for mine own purpose. For behold, there are many worlds that have passed away by the word of my power, and there are many that now stand, and innumerable are they unto man. But all things are numbered unto me, for they are mine, and I know them.
with that beast that rises up out of the sea and comes onto dry land. So the law that once was the law which governed the seas, called maritime admiralty law, just like that prophetic beast in Revelation has come from the waters, originated out of the waters as that biblical prophetical Leviathan or Leviathan, and has now climbed onto dry ground. So the law that once covered sea trade and merchandise and banking and slavery in the Ethiopian Holocaust, the so-called slave trade, now governs almost all of the world, governs America. Is the very same law that one faces when they go into a so-called civil or other kind of a court case and they go to testify, or they go as a plaintiff or as a defendant. It's the very same thing. It's one and the same thing.
This deception goes even deeper when it comes to the courts that we attend. When showing up to court, you will notice that there are seats for witnesses behind a wooden fence or barrier. The defendant must cross through the entrance to the other side of the barrier where the plaintiff and judge sit. This act symbolizes the boarding of a ship. At this time, business can be conducted in maritime admiralty law. The judge, acting as captain or banker, is responsible for settling the balance between the two sides. This is why there is always a monetary value involved in any court case. The captain is simply dealing with banking and merchant disputes. Once the balance is paid, the case is closed.
This is actually a picture of the North Pole of the planet Saturn, and in the pagan calendar, which I've gone over several times before, the 7th day, which is a floating Sabbath which is not fixed to any luminary. The ancient Israelites used the moon and the sun for their calendar, which meant that the Sabbath was attached and counted from the new moon. But in this pagan calendar, it's a floating Sabbath, it's a fictitious day in honour of the pagan god Saturn. And if you want to honour both the sun god and the god Saturn, then you can certainly wear a skull cap, as we see here. Both Roman Catholics and Talmudic Jews, or even Messianic Jews, wear their skull cap without really questioning where it's from.
And you learned that the government knew aliens had visited Earth and the public didn't know. Would you sure the public found out?
Well, it depends on what these aliens were like, and whether they were Democrats or Republicans.
It is definitely possible to have an underwater vehicle at supersonic speed.
From claims that the lost city of Atlantis is a secret base for USOs.
The legend of Atlantis is based on knowledge that such a base exists today